We are now ready for the Boomer and Carton NFL Playoff Locks. When you need a couple of picks to pay the mortgage, to afford the payment on your girlfriend's new jewelry, to be able to afford dinner tonight, to pay off the last bets that lost, there's only one place for you to go. The frozen tundra of 345 Hudson Street. It's Boomer and Carton's NFL Playoff Locks.
All right, you ready to go, Booms?
Yeah.
Well, you're not ready to go?
Nah, yeah, the frozen tundra at 345 Hudson Street. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm ready.
The frozen tundra.
Yeah.
At 345 Hudson Street.
It's like 55 degrees outside.
All right, here we go. Tomorrow, 4:35, Atlanta Falcons at home off the bye, getting ready for the Seattle Seahawks. Falcons favored by 5, over under 51.5. It's all these games are, this game is a rematch. Will Russell Wilson bring the Seattle Seahawks on the road and beat maybe the most complete team in the NFC? Could be argued. Matt Ryan, 70% completion percentage, just under 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, 7 picks. Boomer, you go first.
You know, Seattle played Detroit last week, Craigie, and what was Detroit? Detroit was a half an offense. They couldn't run the ball. It was all about passing and throwing and all that other stuff. Well, the Atlanta Falcons come into this game as the most balanced offense in football. They can throw it, and they have a two-headed running game with Freeman and what's the other kid's name? It's
Gabriel?
No, Coleman. Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. So I like the Atlanta Falcons. I actually like the under here, too, as a matter of fact. It's 27-23. You said the over is 51.5, right?
That's correct.
I got them right at 50. 27-23. The Atlanta Falcons win. So what does that mean? That means the Seattle Seahawks cover, getting 5.
Yeah, I'm going the other way.
I think Seattle is a battle-tested, physical team that has battle-tested players that will bust their ass 4 quarters and make it tough on Matt Ryan. That's why I think they'll win, but they're not going to win as big as you think they are.
I don't think Seattle's that good. Haven't thought they're that good all year. And I don't think they're that good tomorrow either.
All right.
I think Atlanta wins. I think Atlanta will put 30 on the board against Seattle. I don't think Seattle defense is what it once was. I know that the offensive line of the Seahawks is not all that great. I know the Falcons will disrupt them. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be able to run the ball against Atlanta. And I think Atlanta does what most of America is going to hope that they do, and that's slap Richard Sherman around, send him home, and let him bitch and cry, but how the NFL has failed him in some capacity, like the douche that he is.
Yeah, okay.
I like Atlanta, and I like him to cover. Atlanta 30, Seattle 17. Game 2, tomorrow night. This game's on CBS. You got New England. They are favored by 16 points. A divisional playoff game, 16-point favorite. And you know what? They deserve to be.
Yeah, my thing here is that I just don't see Brock Osweiler going in there and scoring more than 13 points. And part of those 13 points may come on special teams, maybe a field goal here or there, or maybe a sack and fumble leading to a touchdown or something like that. So I'm taking the Pats to win. I'm taking the Pats to win by at least 2 touchdowns. But that doesn't mean
16's the number.
I know that. So I'm taking the Pats, and I want to say 27. I want to say 27-10, which would be 17 points. But I think it's going to be like 27-13.
You're looking at a backdoor cover.
I am looking at the backdoor cover.
Nah,
Nah, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to go, and I know I said my CBS Sports Minute 27-13.
Yep.
I'm going to go 30-13.
You're taking them to cover.
I'm taking the Pats to cover.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no. You can talk about the Texans defense all you want. It just doesn't matter, man. You know, the Texans. Brock Osweiler was an embarrassment this year based on his salary, and he was especially bad where? On the road.
Yep.
You know, New England doesn't give a damn. New England's like an assassin. They'll come out there and they'll try to embarrass you. That's what they'll do. And they'll be successful at it. There's no, you can't pick Houston. You shouldn't bet the game, first off, but I know you're gonna. Don't tease it. Don't parlay it. Don't get cute with the money line. No. Just take New England. I wouldn't even put a lot of money on it. Make it a pay-per-view event. Put $500 on the Atlanta game. Put up 100 on this game. Just do it so you got some reason to watch it. Because this game could be over at halftime. Then you're like, oh, I got nothing to watch. You know what? Yeah, you do. And I would do it this way. I would take New England for the first quarter or first half. I'd bet them the second half. I would take the over in the first half. I would take the over in the second half. I would bet them every way possible just to give you something to do other than listen to your wife tell you to take out the garbage or complain about why your friends are fat. Whatever it might be, you need an excuse not to have that one-on-one conversation Saturday night. Or even better, honey, guess what? You know that new couple I told you about? We're going to go out to dinner with them. No, we're not. Well, why not? I got to watch football. Can I have them over? No. You need to be on the couch by yourself, or if you have, sons or a daughter that likes football. Everyone else can leave. Order me some wings. Make sure my drink is never all the way empty. Make some nachos. Make sure the beds are made. The kitchen's clean when you're done. And put on that Boomer Esiason Maryland jersey because you look hot in it. Outside of that, I don't want to hear anything.
All right.
I'm watching football.
Way too much time spent on the Patriots.
Sunday. 1 o'clock, Steelers and Chiefs. It's the most intriguing game on the card because it's a 1-point number. Chiefs are favored by a point. Over-under's 44.5. Boomer.
Well, these two teams played earlier in the year, and the Steelers just absolutely killed the Kansas City Chiefs. And that was after they came off that drubbing of the Philadelphia Eagles, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, they were embarrassed?
Yep, that was their big,
so
that was a big
little
game.
bit different situation here. I don't think it's going to be nearly one-sided. I think this is going to be a close game. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, I think it's going to be maybe the most compelling game because it's Andy Reid, it's Mike Tomlin, it's the Chiefs, it's the Steelers. It's got history written all over it. And you got Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown. And you're going to have inclement weather. And I think the Steelers are going to squeak by here. I think this is a fourth quarter game.
How about that?
The quarterback who's going to have the ball last is going to win that football game. And even though the Steelers have not been great on the road this year, because they haven't been, I still think in this game, the big three are just going to be a little bit too much for the Kansas City Chiefs. I got the Steelers winning 30-27.
I'm taking Kansas City for 3 reasons.
Oh.
One, Andy Reid. What do you mean? Don't you want the rationale behind the genius, or you just want the genius? Thank you. You've spoken. Now listen to the experts. Kansas City wins the game, number one, because Andy Reid is the best coach off a bye week in the history of the NFL. Kansas City wins number 2 because they lead the league defensively in interceptions, and I think they were second or third in forced fumbles. They make plays. They get extra possessions. And number 3, why I'm picking Kansas City? Because you picked Pittsburgh. Kansas City wins. Of course, they cover 24-17. Kansas City, New England, AFC Championship game. Who's Atlanta playing, though, and where? Pack Cowboys, 4:40 Sunday afternoon. Cowboys favored by 4.5. Over-under's 52.5. I'm taking the Packers to cover. Now you can say anything you want. Go, have fun.
Did you say something about Atlanta or something leading into this?
I did. I
Why?
said, because the Falcons are going to beat Seattle. So I said, where's Atlanta playing? At home against Green Bay, or are they playing on the road against the Cowboys? Thus the Atlanta reference.
Let me apologize to my son Gunnar, who is a dyed-in-the-wool Packer fan. Aaron Rodgers is playing great. No Jordy Nelson in this game, even if he does play. I mean, they're throwing it out there that he may play. There's no way he's playing. Come on, stop. The Dallas Cowboys are a real, in-your-face, mauling football team. Their defense has gotten a lot better over the last 4 weeks of the season, and they are totally healthy. You talk about veterans at the wide receiver position, veteran at the tight end position, veterans all along the offensive line, Pro Bowlers and all pros all over the field, and most likely co-rookies of the year in the backfield. Spells trouble for the Packer defense.
Smells like trouble.
31-24 Cowboys.
And I'm Norman Esiason.
Thank you.
And now, with the final tease of the year, Boomer's Teaser.
And take the Steelers plus 11 over the Chiefs. Cowboys
Tease
plus
me.
5 over the Cowboys.
Tease me.
Hold on. The Cowboys can't beat the Cowboys.
Cowboys plus 5 over the Packers.
Crossing 0.
And the Atlanta Falcons plus 5 over the Seahawks.
Oh, no.
I told you all year, don't cross 0.
And when I do cross 0 is when I win.
Falcons, Cowboys,
Steelers.
The Boomer teaser.
Tease me.
Now, of course, it's time for the Craigie Lock of the Week. The Lock of the Week is brought to you by Top Lock Locksmiths and Security. Now, I kind of thought I gave it to you yesterday
I see what you did there.
with the Knicks covering against the Chicago Bulls, but they tell me I got to give you another one. I'm being abused and used for my picks. So write these down now if you don't mind. Are you ready? Game number 1. The Hornets minus 4 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Write this down, please. Hornets minus 4. Game number 2. Oakland minus 18 against Detroit. That's college basketball. Game number 3. The New York Rangers minus 140 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're not losing a game in the night they honor Officer McDonald.
We're betting a hockey game.
Yeah, that's right. Those are the Craigie Locks of the Week. Mickey J, what do you say about those?
Let's lock it up.
My baby.